Hi, this is Ivy from Homeschool on the Range. I've just received year 2 of the Good and the Beautiful's High School Language Arts program, and let's look inside and see what's in there. Everything came bubble wrapped really nicely and neatly so that nothing would get messed up. I ordered it last week and it's already here today, so the shipping was pretty decent. I got the book pack, which comes with 5 books. They are really stuffed in here. There's Sagebrush Surgeon. The young doctor washed his hands over and over again, stuck them in the gloves. Looks like this book is about a doctor who lives on a Navajo reservation. That will be incorporated into the course. There is A Girl of the Limberlost, which is about a 16-year-old girl who lives in Indiana's Limberlost swampland. Looks like at the dawn of the 20th century. So that'll probably be incorporated later in the course since they tend to go in chronological order. We've got Harriet, the Moses of Her People. I'm going to assume that one's about Harriet Tubman and the Civil War era. That's true. We have the Christoph von Schmidt collection. This is a collection of stories from Christoph von Schmidt, maybe? I don't really know who that is. So I guess I'm going to be learning alongside them. And the last book is Men of Iron. This is a Howard Pyle book. We've read some of his other stuff, but haven't actually read this one. And it takes place during the Middle Ages. Now, you might notice what I don't have here, and that is the grammar guide. If you have year 1, then you already got the grammar and writing guide in your year 1 kit. And if you don't have year 1, you're going to need to get this because it goes along with it. But it goes for all 4 years, so you only have to buy it one time. Your unit checks, those things came with the download when you ordered your Good and Beautiful order. And if you can't find them for some reason, you can always contact the company. They'll look up your order and they'll make sure that you get a copy of them. Those are free with the course. So just like year 1, there are 10 booklets. We normally take a booklet and use it for 2 to 3 weeks. My son gets to work through it at his own pace. He has to finish everything in it. He has to do it correctly with neat handwriting, but it's his choice how much he wants to do each day as long as he finishes within the timeline that's given. I like that because it gives him some freedom to work on what he wants to that day. It also gives him the responsibility of having to get it done without me being behind him every day. And there's a nice quote from Howard Pyle on the front of this one, so I'm assuming that we are starting the year off with Men of Iron. Let's look inside. The very first pages of book 1 tell you how to use the course. If you've not used High School 1, you're going to want to go through and read this. It tells about the art supplies that are needed, about the videos that go with the course. It talks about the reading challenge, dictation, memorization, how to do everything. If you've done year 1, you can skim over all of this, but most of it's going to be the same. One thing that I'm noticing here in red is it says that the videos can be viewed online until the student portal is released, and after that time you're going to require a subscription for it. Now, since I'm buying this course to use for multiple children, that catches my attention because I'm not sure, am I going to have to buy a subscription every time another kid goes through this course? I don't know. That's a question for the company and something I would be interested to find out more about. So as we look in book 1, and all the books are going to be set up the same way. We've got our grading sheet to find out how we did. When he brings it back to me, I'll look through that. These are your days for spelling dictation. Tells us how we're going to do memorization. Introduces us to Men of Iron. We'll be studying literature in the Middle Ages alongside this. Some poetry. We've got vocabulary. Reading assignments. I like that it still reviews vocabulary, grammar, writing, all of those things. There's a little bit of art thrown in. We're doing editing, annotating. We will be studying the art of the Middle Ages in this particular booklet. Our Incites Journal. Each of the booklets has an Incites Journal, it's a writing assignment, and this one, they're told, thus that its boldness may breed one enemies as well as gain one friends. Do you believe this to be true? Why or why not? And they're supposed to write a paper based on that prompt. Then we have our review and the art project, medieval lettering with watercolor pencils. This is going to be similar probably to the illuminations that we did in history. And my son normally starts with the art project. But that's what a booklet looks like inside. There are 10 of them. It's supposed to take the course of a full year. If you look on the Good and the Beautiful's Facebook group, there are some moms who have made up schedules for getting all 10 of these books done if you have a student who just simply can't do it without having some extra prompts. If you haven't used the Good and the Beautiful before, they are expanding their high school program a little slower than I honestly would like since my kids are in high school. But if you have younger kids, middle school kids even, you're in for a treat because they've got some big things planned. All right, thank you.